Hello, welcome. This is Gabriel from NgahTech. So today we are going to be looking at variables in PHP. So PHP, as we said last session, there's a scripting language, and it is more of a back end than a front end. So variables are containers or buckets or bags or a cup that contains information, that contains values. And a variable always starts with this $sign followed by the value of the variable, or followed by the name of the variable. So you can say $x to be equals to, now the equal sign would tell us that assign means that what we are actually assigning 30 to this x value, which means that whenever you want to display x now, you are going to see but 30. You're not going to see that x. Okay, so if you take, for example, if you want to display this, you see that 30 is displayed because we have assigned 30 to this particular x. So we can assign different values. We can assign text as well, and variables must always start with letters. Okay, they must start with letters, or they can start with underscore. They should not start with numbers. Okay, you cannot start a variable with a number. Okay, so it is not allowed in PHP. So you can also a variable can also have can also be in the form of a message or in the form of a text. Okay, you can have long variables. Okay, and if you want to separate, or if you have two different words that you want to assign or you want to name, that you want to create, you can actually separate them with an underscore. Are we there? So you can say Kanati to be equals to 20 or 50, for example. Are we there? You close it with a semicolon. So if you actually display this now, if you echo this, you are going to see that we have 50. Okay, so that is how you can actually create or declare a variable. Now, if you also want to assign a particular sentence, okay, to a variable, for example, you want to assign this, you want to say, welcome to NgahTech.com. You cannot do it this way. You have to put the sentence in quote. Okay, you have to put those sentences in quote, and then we can display that particular sentence on the browser. So why do we use variables? We use variables because it can actually shorten the information. It can permit us to reuse certain information. If you have a particular information that you are going to be using over and over, you can actually assign a particular or create a variable for that particular information. For example, I want to be using this welcome to NgahTech.com frequently in different part of the code, or a different part of my code. I will definitely have to create a variable for that. That is how you can actually assign variables, and that's how you can display the information that are actually in that particular variable. So that is how variables are. And please, we have different types of variables, and in PHP there's no particular command for declaring variables, and the data type depends on the value of the variables. So we don't have a particular command. For example, if you have, look at here, we have declare x to be 30. So 30 here is an integer value. Okay, it's an integer. So now the value or the data type of this variable would depend on the value that is stored in the variable. If you see here now, with cannot see on the second option here, we have strings. Okay, so we have strings. So here we are going to have but a string. So that's the difference between uh, the difference between an integer and a string. Okay, strings are actually values, or they are names. Okay, they are names, or let's say y to be equals to John. We call this a string. Okay, and integers, they are just simply digits or values. Are we there? So on our next sessions, we are going to talk more on the different data types on the upcoming videos, and how they operate. How can we actually understand which uh, value or which data type is stored in a particular uh, variable. Okay, and in this we use the var_dom function, where we actually we can now call this x, for example. Okay, then if we go and display this information, is going to be dumped on our screen. So where's x? Okay, we should remove this, and if you save it, we go and we see. So the value, or x, contains 30, and that 30 is an integer value. So we are going to look more in depth when we are dealing with the different data types. Are we there? So this is a bit about variables, and as time goes by, we are going to understand better and in depth about PHP variables. Thank you very much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe. If this video was helpful, kindly share and like our content. Thank you, and we'll see you on our next video.